Continuing to track breaking news right now involving that tragic plane crash in the French Alps. We now know the German co-pilot suspected of crashing that plane on purpose, trained right here in the valley.
So many new details this morning. ABC 15 was the first station to tell you about it this morning on ABC 15 Mornings. This is the man right here, 28-year-old Andreas Lubitz. German wings officials say that he was at the controls of that Airbus jet and locked the captain out of the cockpit. He flew that plane head-on into a mountain in the French Alps. It killed 150 people on board, including himself.
ABC 15 was the first news outlet to report his connection to the valley. Katie Connor joining us now from Goodyear Airport. And Katie, you actually started looking into this a couple of days ago. What have you been able to learn so far?
For 4.5 months, Andreas Lubitz attended aviation school here in Goodyear at the airport called ATCA. That was the aviation school. And I just learned, you guys, that these were the first planes that he ever flew. Now, here's what we know about the pilot. He was 28 years old, a German national. His employers say he passed a yearly medical test and was 100% fit to fly. I've also been digging into what kind of training he actually got. His first 6 months were spent over in Germany, and that's where he learned the basics of aviation, kind of laid out the groundwork for his career. Then phase 2 brought him to Arizona, to Goodyear, where he learned to fly a plane for the very first time. Part of his training here was spent in Stanfield, Arizona, where he practiced maneuvers like touch and goes. After he finished his training over here, he went back over to Germany, and that's where I'm told he would have learned to fly the Airbus, which we know is what investigators say he deliberately crashed earlier this week. I've tried to reach out to the school here. They are not making any comments at this time, but of course, Dan and Danielle, we will continue to dig. Live in Goodyear, Katie Connor, ABC 15 News.